Mulukhiyah, 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 or Mulukhiyah is the leaves of Corchorus species used as a vegetable. It is popular in Middle East and North African countries. Mulukhiyah is rather bitter, and when boiled, the resulting liquid is a thick, highly mucilaginous broth. It is often described as slimy, rather like cooked okra. Mulukhiyah is generally eaten cooked, not raw, and is most frequently turned into a kind of soup or stew, typically bearing the same name as the vegetable in the local language. Mulukhiyah is also the Moroccan term for okra, which goes by Nouriyah in Algeria, Tunisia and Bamu elsewhere in the Arabic-speaking world and the Eastern Mediterranean. Origins and use in cuisine. The dish's origins lie in Egypt, where the dish is most popular today. The method of making the Mulukhiyah varies from region to region. Egyptian cuisine is used in Egyptian cuisine. Mulukhiyah is prepared by removing the central spine from the leaves, and then chopping the leaves finely with garlic and coriander. The dish generally includes some sort of meat. In Egypt, this is usually chicken or beef, but rabbit or lamb are preferred when available, particularly in Cairo. Cooks in Alexandria often opt to use shrimp in the soup, while Port Said is famous for using fish. The resulting soup is then served over rice. It is also often served with a tomato, onion, and vinegar-based topping. Mulukhiyah was consumed in ancient Egyptian cuisine, where the name of Mulukhiyah originates. Many Egyptians consider Mulukhiyah to be the national Egyptian dish along with full medams and kosheri. Preparation. The Syrian, Lebanese version of this dish is different in texture and preparation. The Mulukhiyah leaves are picked off the stem, often communally with the women sitting with vast amounts of tall-stemmed branches and picking it, placing the leaves on a large sheet left to completely dry for later use. Storage. The leaves can be later packed dry. Some southern Lebanese traditions often freeze the packaged leaves for the season and can be used throughout the year. Cooking. The leaves are then fried with coriander, garlic and often red-green chili peppers or capsicum, accompanied often with some sort of cucumber pickles. This cooking process prevents them from becoming slimy. It is then boiled with meat, such as large boneless chicken chunks or beef and lamb, served on white rice with diced onion and brown vinegar and toasted Arabic bread. Jordanian, Palestinian cuisine. The Jordanians and Palestinians have a tradition of cooking a more elaborate version of the dish. A whole chicken is cut open, the intestines removed, and the innards stuffed with herbs, spices and raw rice, then sewn shut with thick thread. The chicken is then boiled to create the broth for the Mulukhiyah soup, which, after preparation, is served as 5 separate components. The Mulukhiyah soup, Arabic flatbread, the chicken, additional plain rice and a small bowl with a mixture of lemon juice and sliced chili. The soup is mixed with rice and lemon juice according to taste, while the chicken is eaten on a separate plate. Kenyan cuisine. In Kenya, the dish is known as muteri, muriri, apoth, mrenda, and several other native language names. It is a very popular vegetable dish among communities in the western region and in Nyanza region. Both regions are in the area around Lake Victoria. The jute leaves are separated from the stems, washed and then boiled in lightly salted water with ligadi, or munyu. The leaves are boiled with other leafy vegetables such as likuvi leaves, or mito to reduce its sliminess and help soften the other vegetable leaves. In some cases, after boiling for about 30 minutes, the vegetables are stewed with tomatoes and onions in oil. Spices such as curry, pepper, masala, or coriander are optional. Muteri is served with ugala and can be accompanied with meat or chicken. Tunisian cuisine. In Tunisia, the dish is generally prepared quite differently from the Egyptian method. The leaves, already separated from the stems, are dried then ground to produce a very fine powder and stored in jars or other tightly closed containers. In Tunisian cooking, Mulukhiyah, or Mulukhiyah, takes 5 to 7 hours to prepare, which is often done to halfway in the evening and completed in the morning. The powder is prepared with olive oil and some tomato paste into a sauce, not soup, and big chunks of chuck beef are often added halfway through cooking. The dark green sauce simmers on low heat and is left to thicken to the consistency of tomato sauce. The sauce is served in small deep plates with a piece of beef and eaten with preferably white hearty French or Italian bread. In certain regions where beef is not common, lamb is used but cooks for a much shorter time. Cypriot cuisine in Cyprus. The dish is known as Mulukhiyah. It is popular among the Turkish Cypriots. The jute leaves are cultivated and grown in the spring months leading up to the summer, wherein they are harvested and the leaves are separated from the stem and dried whole, cooked in a tomato-based broth with onions and garlic. Lamb on the bone or chicken with bone may also be added. For optimal results, lemon and potato are also used to help keep the consistency from becoming too mucilaginous or slimy. It is served with a nice broth consistency with sourdough bread. Levantine cuisine. Levantine cuisine differs from the remaining style in that the leaves are generally used whole, lending a different texture to the dish. West African cuisines. The leaf is a common food in many tropical West African countries. It is believed that the drip tips on the leaves serve to shed excess water from the leaf from the heavy rains in the tropics. It is called kre in Sierra Leone, and is eaten in a palm oil sauce served with rice or cassava fufu, or is steamed and mixed into rice just before eating a non-palm oil sauce. Nutrition. The leaves are rich in beta-carotene, iron, calcium, vitamin C and more than 32 vitamins, minerals and trace elements. The plant has a potent antioxidant activity with a significant alpha-tocopherol equivalent vitamin E. In popular culture, in an episode of the murder mystery Yarn Murder She Wrote entitled Death Then Denial, sleuth Jessica Fletcher is coerced into eating a full serving of Mulukhiyah after posing as the victim's mother in order to suss out a clue. She is shocked by the spicy nature of the dish, but it is explained that she must finish the entire course or it would be considered an insult. The dish serves as somewhat of joke throughout the episode, and when Jessica is offered the dish again in the final scene, she is quick to decline.